Hey YouTube, Ray here at the Red Panda. Hooglandia posted on his YouTube channel his iteration of the Starmie Lumineon deck that brought him to a top 8 in a recent tournament. I gave it a whirl on the ladder to kind of see how it flowed, and I felt like it was worthy of showcasing it to y'all as well. You see, when A1A was released, I, as well as many others in the community, had the feeling that the low retreat cost of both Starmie EX and Lumineon synergized really well with each other, in addition to the low energy requirements that Misty also shores up. Those two advantages, in addition to the Farfetch shoring up the hyper early game by dealing heavy 40 points of damage, meant that you had plenty of flexibility to address any and all problems that was presented to you. The low retreat cost allowed you to address the problems that may kind of come to you with new, fresh Lumineon and Starmies that you've already powered up on the bench. I feel like Hooglandia's 1 Sabrina 1x speed was a perfect solution in maintaining the flexibility that you need. If you end up playing this deck, it is important to remember that the Farfetch and Lumineon only award one prize, so oftentimes it is a good idea to back the Starmie EX out, put out a Lumineon or Farfetch to only award 1 point instead of 2, and give you the opportunity of getting another solid Hydro Splash in when the time is right. I hope you enjoy this deck as much as I did, and again, Hooglandia, thank you for this iteration. I've been trying to find the solution, and I think you found it. Ready? But there was recently a video put out. Who's the, where is it? It was from Hooligan, I believe is how you say his name. And honestly, the changes, they didn't make too many changes. He dropped my Mew, and added in the Farfetch'd and swapped one of the supporters for a Giovanni. So, oh, and he has an X speed. So I think I dropped a Sabrina, the Mew EX, and the Muse supporter, Muse Koga basically, for an X speed, a Giovanni, and another Farfetch'd. So, I don't really think that the Mew did much, so I was probably going to swap that out anyway. But it will be interesting to kind of investigate what the deck kind of has to offer. Especially right now, I'm against a Lightning deck, which is would be painful, but I think we can do well. Alright. So I suspect that this is going to be a Pika... maybe a plain old Lieutenant Surge deck. Yeah, very painful, very painful. I think the Starmie is trash now. Okay, so the Farfetch'd is the risk of getting knocked out by the evolution, because that will because right now it kind of represents 90 damage, but I think I can go tit for tat with the EX. Exactly, this is the reason why we didn't put it on the Farfetch'd. This deck, from the first iteration that I played with this, it gives you a lot to really kind of think about in terms of the options that you have available. Like, I could have easily picked the Lumineon if it wasn't for the I could have picked the Lumineon and then I had to figure out what I was targeting. I didn't, because it wasn't the correct play at all. I needed to get rid of this Electrode promptly. Let's go ahead and put the Finneon out. So this is going to knock out the Electrode and 2 energy as a result, which honestly is really nice. But Joyboy currently has the... that was me. The Lumineon allows me to fast swap, but I don't need... I can do another tit for tat. I don't need the energy. Yeah, I think we just let the Lumineon take the hit. And then we'll just swap and KO the Voltorb. And I think that will mean that we've closed out the game. Because I don't know how you kind of get rid of that Starmie from here. And if I get another Sabrina, I'm just going to go ahead and put out the Lumineon to eat the hit. Easy win, honestly. Alright. So right now, they don't really have a lot of options. They can't Evo for the Raichu and deal damage, so I just kind of sneak away the win. Just some quick shuffling around with the retreats and such. Just closes out the game quite nicely. Starmie's 90 damage, it's a lot of damage. Didn't even need Misty to kind of handle it. I think that energy placement was the winning play. When this is one of the keys about trying to pick apart your opponent's decks. You're not really seeking to gain the 3 points, even though that's the win condition. It's usually more pertinent to kind of like eliminate the big fueled energy pokes. So like in my particular case, if I had a Staryu on the board and you were able to knock out either, getting rid of the Staryu is more important than knocking out the fetch, because the fetch is always only going to do 40 damage. Well, I was looking for that Geo as an example. It's and that's probably the simplest way to kind of like describe what you're kind of trying to avoid. Alright, so for this one, they're in a bad spot. That Celebi is not a worry. Even if, yeah, and that energy attachment is a mistake, frankly. Because I'm just going to completely blow them out right here. This is an entire turn wasted, basically. And now it puts their Celebi front and center, allows me to deal the 40 damage, and Staryu can just start getting them from there. Is that Giovanni falling off? That's what that sound was. It was like, oh, did I forget an energy? But it wasn't a plop sound that a forgetting an energy usually does. Alright, this is a bit more standard than the execute. So we'll be... With that being said, this isn't the min-maxed build anymore, so I think this might be a homebrew version of the Celebi. Which is interesting. Alright, we are definitely mistying with the goal of pulling damage. Nope. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that 40 damage out. It'll either force them to use a supporter or retreat. If they retreat, the Starmie can go ahead and get a good hit in. A leaf is not unexpected, so this does mean that this Evo is going to come off, but it's only 50 damage that the Evo does. So I'm not even going to be down a point, and I'm going to KO this one. We got 9 cards. We need to hope for Sabrina. No, not quite hope for it. But we'll want to get the Lumineon to knock the execute in the long run. But this is another painful hit for my opponent. Alright, so right now, shuffling around, yeah, it doesn't really matter which one you put out now, does it? So they'll need to Evo the execute. To tank hit from the Starmie, but I'll have Sabrina to pull out the EX. Yeah. So they do have the Evo. They're gonna get the attack off. That's not quality. The tropical swing. 80 damage, that's painful. I don't think our goal is to KO the Executor. And if we do a Hydro Splash on the Celebi, the Lumineon could do the knockout later. No, that's not correct. So let's go ahead and pull out the Celebi. This will at least force another Erica, which means one more supporter gone. And the odds are in my favor that they don't have the second Erica. I don't know why my animals go wild when I talk. Alright, so they're... have not shown the air... Okay, that's GG. Even with the tails, the Lumineon's still going to be able to come in with the fast retreat cost. Alright. GG, my friend. So, the Mew is definitely too useless and too clunky. I am over-relying on Mew EX. Mostly to answer the Mewtwo's and the Charizards out there, but on ladder, you don't really come across those hardly at all. We're going first. I think without the Starmie, I like the Farfetch'd. Especially with this setup. X speed. Let's go ahead and do this. And it whiffs. Not a problem. We don't need you, Misty. Okay, so this is the Wheezing poison deck. It's okay, honestly. I feel like it has the opposite problem. It has the a problem where that this deck has an advantage in, which is the like maneuverability that kind of comes with a low or high retreat cost. The Finneon Lumineon will allow me to kind of KO this Venipede. So I just need to bait out one more point somewhere. They shouldn't retreat. And the fast Whirlpede, it's actually pretty poor for them. So I am going to burn, yeah, beautiful. So I'm going to burn one energy already. And then with that Starmie already here, let's go ahead and get these Evos off. I don't know whether Evoing this is correct already. I really dislike that, actually, Evoing is going to be correct in this particular instance, because as soon as this knockout happens, I'm going to put the Lumineon up front to kind of like protect the Starmie. This will force them to need Sabrina in order to even chip at my Starmie, and I don't think I mind if they do end up chipping my Starmie, but I'm hoping that the energy, that the damage kind of goes onto my Lumineon. Okay, so there's the Starmie. Taking a little bit of damage. Under different circumstances, I would be incentivized to retreat just to kind of minimize the damage that I'm taking. I need to remember how much, where is this card search? I would like to know Whirl evolves into... So, search filter, Pokemon... Advanced search, darkness, search. I would like to know how much energy. You need 2, so you should be ready to fire off, which means I should probably retreat. Let's sacrifice the Farfetch'd. So the goal here on the retreat is to avoid getting one-shot by the Whirlpede due to the the gaseous leak, or the Scolipede rather, because the Scolipede just needs 2 energy to deal a ton of damage. Yeah, we'll one-shot the Starmie in its current state. Next turn, I'm going to get out the Lumineon and take a hit on the Whirlpede. And just getting a little bit of damage on it would get kind of give him some pressure. And I believe I'm going to squeak away without losing a point off of the Farfetch'd, and it's just good to eat the damage. That Geo is nice. Let's go ahead and do the retreat that I was talking about. Let's see if we can force the Scolipede. So right now, I think I would take the point of damage if I have the opportunity to KO the the Whirlpede that's currently there, because that would basically mean that there is no more chance for the full combo to go off, so I would just need to take care of a Wheezing with the Starmie, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. That does not change much. And now if he evos, yeah, he needs a potion as well. They need a potion as well. Alright, we have maneuvered this situation very well. Let's see if we can get through the final... We do not need the Giovanni. I do want to use the research. Love another Starmie. Lumineon. Your sacrificial lamb in case there's another Sabrina, because they definitely could. Let's go ahead and knock out the Scolipede. Alright, so right now their big damage threat is gone. I just need to bait out one more point somewhere. And this Lumineon will save me from Sabrina. Right now, because they have the Lumineon, Sabrina is very clearly the wrong supporter to play if they're trying to actually secure a win. On the other hand, for me, a Sabrina would instantly win the game. Yep, gas leak me. Let's research. There's the Sabrina and the Starmie. I think the best play right now would be to retreat, get the Lumineon out, and deal the damage. So this way the Starmie can take one more hit. And without the Scolipede, the standard build of this deck would mean that my Lumineon's safe. There's an X speed, double X speed for a retreat, but that's not going to change anything. I'm still in a winning spot. That changes stuff. But as long as I get, there's no. Should be one more Farfetch. And of course, the Starmie that's still there. So both of these should be basics, which means that I will have yet another Sabrina basic to pull. Never mind, it is not a basic, but it still has the same effect in the grand scheme of things. And give me space to get a little bit more damage. Oh, I win. Right? Yeah, I just win. Alright, GG. I'm going to